Calm down, I'll explain. No, look, just calm down, calm down. The mechanics aren't happy and they say they will go on strike if things don't improve. The mechanics aren't very happy and would like to see some improvements. They're talking about going on strike. We've got a situation here. The mechanics aren't happy and are threatening to strike if things don't get better. The cleaners are annoyed about something and they say they'll go on strike if things don't get better. The cleaners are unhappy. If you don't do something to improve the situation, they say they will go on strike. The cleaners aren't happy and if things don't improve, they are threatening to go on strike. Your guards aren't very happy and they're threatening to strike if things don't improve. If you don't mind my saying so, anytime you have threatening guards, you have a problem. The guards are unhappy and I've heard talk of a strike if things don't improve. The guards are unhappy. They would like to see improvements and if they don't, they say they'll go on strike. Your entertainers are unhappy. And I don't mean crying on the inside. They are threatening to go on strike if things don't improve. The entertainers are not amused. They say they'll strike if conditions don't improve. The entertainers are really mad and they say they'll strike if things don't improve. Contrary to popular opinion, the show doesn't have to go on. Your scientists aren't satisfied and they say they'll go on strike if things don't get better. The scientists are unhappy. If you don't do something to improve the situation, they say they will go on strike. The scientists aren't happy and if things don't improve, they are threatening to go on strike. Not to alarm you, but the mechanics will go on strike at the end of the month if things don't improve. I hate to bring this up again, but the mechanics still aren't satisfied. They will go on strike at the end of the month if the situation doesn't improve. Just a reminder, the mechanics are threatening to go on strike if conditions don't get better. I think they mean it. I hate to be a pest, but you should remember that the cleaners will strike at the end of the month if things don't get better. Just a reminder, if the situation doesn't improve by the end of the month, the cleaners will go on strike. Did you remember that the cleaners will strike at the end of the month if things don't improve? Just a reminder. Your guards will go on strike at the end of the month if things don't improve. Bear in mind that your guards are threatening to strike at the end of the month if things don't improve. You should remember that the guards will go on strike at the end of the month if they don't see some improvements. The entertainers are sticking to their script. They say they will strike at the end of the month if you don't make some improvements. Just a reminder, the entertainers will go on strike at the end of the month if they don't see some dramatic improvements, so to speak. Don't forget, the entertainers will strike at the end of the month if things don't improve. You know what they say, a day without entertainment is like a day without, well, entertainment, really, isn't it? Remember, if things don't get better by the end of the month, your scientists will go on strike. I know you're busy, but you should bear in mind that your scientists will strike at the end of the month if things don't improve. You should remember that the scientists will strike at the end of the month if they don't see evidence of improvement. The mechanics have gone on strike. They said they would, and they did. The mechanics are on strike. Your mechanics have gone on strike, and I'm a little worried about maintenance. Oh my gosh, got to go. The cleaners have walked off the job. They're on strike. Come quick. The cleaners are on strike. Do you know how many managers it takes to empty a litter bin? Neither do I, but I have a feeling we're going to find out. The cleaners just went on strike. Your guards, they're on strike. Don't look now, but the guards have walked away from their posts. They're on strike. Man the ramparts! The guards have gone on strike. Your entertainers have gone on strike. Now there won't be anything to divert us from the serious problems facing the world.
Oh, the horror! The entertainers have gone on strike. Repeat, the entertainers have left the building.
Your entertainers have gone on strike. You've got to do something. These people won't be satisfied until nobody is having any fun. My research indicates... Oh, I don't have any research. The scientists have gone on strike. The scientists have gone on strike. If you don't do something quick, we'll never know what happened next. The scientists have gone on strike. They've stopped working. Though, to be perfectly honest, in some cases it's a little difficult to tell the difference. Whew, disaster averted. The mechanics are pleased with improvements and have called off their strike. I don't know what you did, but it worked. The mechanics have called off their strike.
Nice work.
The mechanics are happy with improvements and they're not going to strike. The cleaners are satisfied with your improvements and have decided not to strike after all. The cleaners are happy that things are now better and they've called off the strike. Now that the situation has improved, The cleaners have called off their strike. Now that the situation has improved, the guards have called off their strike. The guards are satisfied that things are better now, and they have called off the strike. The entertainers are satisfied with your improvements, so they called off the strike. We can all breathe a little easier. The entertainers have called off their planned strike. The entertainers are happy with improvements and have decided to call off their strike. The scientists are satisfied with your improvements, so they called off the strike. The scientists are happy with improvements and have decided to call off their strike. The scientists are happy with your improvements and have decided not to strike after all. We squeaked through that one, so to speak. The mechanics' strike is over, but you should keep improving things or they will strike again. Well, the mechanics' strike is over, but you should continue making improvements or they'll quit working again. The mechanics are back on the job, but you should keep on improving things or they'll strike again. The cleaner's strike is over, but you should keep making improvements or they will walk off the job again. The cleaners have come back to work, but you should improve things soon or they will strike again. Hooray! The cleaner's strike is over. But don't stop now. You should keep improving things or they'll strike again. The guards are back. The strike is over. You should continue to make improvements though or they will strike again. The guards have ended their strike. Thank goodness that's over. But you should make improvements soon or they will strike again. The guards' strike is over. They've come back to work. You should keep making improvements so they don't walk off the job again. Bravo! The entertainers have ended their strike. You should make improvements soon so they don't walk out again. Well, the entertainers' strike is over, but you should continue making improvements or they'll quit working again. The entertainers are back on the job, but you should keep improving things before they make another exit. The scientists' strike is over and they're back on the job. Studies indicate, however, that you should improve things soon or they will strike again. Your scientists are back on the job, but they won't stay unless you make some more improvements soon. The scientists have ended their strike. You should keep making improvements so they don't walk off the job again.